Hey guys, it's Shar. I'm gonna admit I'm not the best at posting these videos or actually taking the videos, but I wanted to share with you my travel notebook from our trip last year, which was to the Arran Coastal Way. I did something a little bit different I've never done before, and I did what I guess you would refer to as a travel notebook on the go. So I took with me a travel notebook, of course, and along with my guidebook, I had a little pouch of pens and a pair of scissors and some glue, and then my Instax, and that's what I used to create my travel journal on the fly. I am not the greatest at remembering the small fine details, so I wanted to journal so I didn't forget anything. I'm not the greatest journaler at all, and I wanted to find a vehicle that really worked for me because I enjoy documenting the trip, but journaling is such a big, huge mountain for me to climb, and I wanted to really set the goal for myself to try to do something that allowed me to journal freely and easily each day on the trip. So this is what I did. I did a wee bit of pre-prepping before we left, so just putting in some of the details like, you know, itineraries, where we're staying. I actually used this book to go through and organize and last-minute packing lists. I glued in all the tickets and whatnot for where we stayed or where we ate, anything like that. The other thing I made sure I did is I saved a section for my sister's blogging. She does a travel blog called Running for the Gate at the WordPress site, and it's an amazing day-by-day capture of her adventures. Sometimes I'm on them and sometimes I'm not, but each time I read it, I love it. I love the way she writes. There's always humor in it, and she picks the most amazing pictures. So I wanted to dedicate a spot to her blog in my book in my way. And so when I got home, I printed out each day with all the bright, beautiful pictures, and I smashed them in here. And I've got a whole section of her posts, and I love reading her stuff. If you have a chance, again, stop by. A lot of great stories in there. The other thing too is I wanted to make sure I did a post-trip survey, and the reason why I wanted to do this is because I learned so much each time you go on trips like this and adventures of things that you would do or you would do differently. I also made sure that I looked at what the guidebook recommended, what worked for me and what didn't work for me. So then that way I go to approach a new trip, I've got something to refer back to. I did little doodles and whatnot about some of the favorite things we ate and drank. Again, I smashed in a lot of the pieces from the guidebook. So when we got back, I was able to chop it up and I utilized it and showed each day that they had put in the guidebook their descriptions, some of the cute little maps that they had, and then also some of the cool pictures that they took. None of it was a waste. It was awesome. It retells the story in that way. But my most favorite section is, of course, the Instax section, which, again, lugging this thing around was definitely worth it. I used it as my vehicle for taking pictures for the trip instead of my phone. And I had a blast with it, to be honest. I took multiple pictures a day. I'd smash them in here, just gluing them in, and then I would journal around them. Whether I journal in the moment, or I would journal at lunch when we were sitting down having a beer, whether I journal when we were on the ferry or on the train or even on the plane coming home, and then I would doodle. So I would journal, and sometimes it would only be facts, and sometimes I really did get into a lot of writing, which I thought was really cool because, again, I am not a journaler. This is the most journaling I've ever done in my life. And then, of course, combined with the doodling, which is something I love to do. It's my favorite. So it allowed me to do a lot of things that I don't think I normally would have, like recapturing the emotions, retelling stories. And then if I didn't have certain pictures of certain stuff that I was journaling about, I tried to fit in a doodle, and I doodled it, literally. So this was so much fun. I ended up, like I said, telling more stories and reliving each day in a way that I have not done before, even in my scrapbooks when I traditionally scrapbook. So I had a lot of fun. It definitely achieved what I was looking to achieve, and I would recommend it to anybody who loves journaling or people who might be a little bit hesitant to do so. It was fun. So thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it, and have a good one.